Hi guys, welcome back to Rav's Retreat, the wood turning section of my YouTube channel. A couple of days ago I did some videos regarding the Robert Sorbys Pro Edge sharpening system, but as usual I forgot to include some of the accessories you can also get for it. So on this video I thought I'd show you some. The first video, well today, I've just mounted it on a base plate so it's all nice and secure. This is the first accessory. Basically you offer your gouge up to this, then you would slide this down your gouge and then tighten it down, and it would give you the handle that's marked on it. Basically there's 4 different angles. There's 35 degrees, 40 degrees, 45 degrees and 50 degrees. I use 45 degrees for my ball gouges and 40 degrees for my spindle gouges. You can get around it other ways. You can do it with a block of wood, you know, screwed down or whatever. There are other ways of doing it, but this just goes with the machine. It's at hand, it's screwed down next to the machine. I know where it is, it's easy to get it, so it's a good accessory. Right, when you first get it, it comes with this, and what this is, this goes on. Yep, this goes on here, and you stick the fingernail profiling gouge in, like so, and that will enable you to do it you will achieve the same fingernail grind as what Robert Sorbys puts on at the factory. Now, for me, I wasn't too pleased with that. The wings that they put on aren't very long, so by the way, it's a really good old piece of kit is this. It's solid steel and then chromed. It's a really nice piece of kit. But over the last 12 months they started selling this thing. This is made out of aluminium, or for our American friends, aluminum, and this goes on in a similar fashion, but you've got 3 holes, as you can see, instead of 1. The first hole will give you the exact same grind as what this one did. Exactly the same grind as what Robert Sorbys puts on at the factory, the fingernail gouges. The second one will give you longer wings, and the third one will give you even longer wings. In my eyes the wings are too long in the third one. I used the second hole. Now I'll show you a gouge which has been done in that second hole. This has been ground with a 45 degree bevel using the angle finding apparatus, and this is what it achieves. As you can see, it's a nice grind. The wings aren't too long, they're not too short. Just a nice grind. The dark area is from the previous grind. Come on, back in focus. And of course the fresh steel is what's been ground on using the new setup. So it produces an absolutely lovely fingernail grind with nice length wings, but not too long. If you'll just bear with me while I put this back so I don't skewer myself. Right, there are a couple of other attachments you'll need as well. If you do any skew work at all, you're going to need this one. This lets you grind skews. As you can see, it speaks for itself. You don't need to spend much time on that. Next one is this thing, the V-block. Now, this thing is intended for grinding standard bull gouges. You know, you put them in and just twiddle them round. I tend to not use it for that. I just use the standard platform. Also, it can be used for spindle roughing gouges, for grinding them. Again, I tend not to. I generally use a 1 1/4 inch spindle roughing gouge, and this V block's a bit small for that. so I use the standard platform. But what I found it is handy for, if you're reprofiling a gouge, rather than spending hours and hours taking metal off, you would turn the gouge on its back so both edges of the flute are touching the table, the platform, and then you would hold the gouge up against this, and this would make sure that the gouge was presented at right angles to the grinding surface, and that's what it works good at. It's a good depth as well there, so even big gouges are going to be okay. It's really dead handy for doing that, but it's worth getting. Right, there is one more thing as well. These profiling arms that come with it. Now Robert Sorbys says they'll take a 3/4 inch gouge. Now I've got two 3/4 inch gouges and neither of them fitted inside this. Now luckily I had 3 of these profiling arms. I had one that came with the Pro Edge. I had one from a Tormek, sorry, and also I had one from a Robert Sorbys platform for using bench grinders. So I was able to take my little file and file various bits off, and there you can see the difference side by side, and I was able to adapt it, and now the one on the left does accept a 3/4 inch gouge, the one on the right doesn't. So you may wish to bear that in mind if you do use large gouges like that. They're not really expensive, they're not super expensive, so just bear that in mind. You know, you might want to pick up a spare one, and let's be honest, it's always handy having a spare one. You know, if you misplace one, you've always got a spare one to go at. You know, it's not going to bring your wood turning operation to a standstill. You can reach for the spare. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, ooh. Anyway, I just thought I'd make you aware of those different fixtures you can get for them, accessories. As I say, the most important one for me is this thing here. On the middle setting you'll get a lovely grind, and also I like this as well. It's close at hand. I can set it there, you know, tighten down the clamp into there, and you know you're getting that repeated grind every time. So there we are, guys. I thought I'd just show you those. I didn't include them for some reason in the last videos. It's my memory again, how pathetic it is. You may be looking at this and thinking, what's them dark pieces on it? Well, my memory being what it is, I've had to scribe a B and an S for these here. I use 45 degrees for bowl gouges, i.e. the B, and I use 40 degrees for spindle gouges, i.e. the S. And if I hadn't scribed those in, I would forget. So that's what they're for. My memory is absolutely pathetic, so I have to do things like that now. Right, I'll let you get off, guys. Just wanted to show you those few things. A few of the accessories you might want to think about getting if you do get the system. The system as a whole is absolutely fantastic. I've been using bench grinders for about 7 years, but for the last 2 or 3 years I've been using the Pro Edge, and it's done me proud. It puts a lovely grind on the gouges. At first I wasn't too happy with it. They were a bit snatchy, the gouges, but I altered the grind slightly, and now I'm highly delighted with it. And you know you're going to get that repeated grind every time. Same grind every time. Right, I'll get off, guys. Take care in your workshops. Watch those eyes, watch those fingers, and most importantly, take care of those lungs, because life gets awfully difficult without them. Take care now, bye bye.